As you start to listen to these words, you can already begin to feel that subtle shift, a curiosity and openness, and maybe even a sense that something important is unfolding here. You might not know exactly yet how, but that's perfectly fine, because your unconscious mind does. You see, life is like a dance, sometimes graceful, sometimes chaotic, and at the core of every movement, every choice, is one simple question. Are you in harmony with yourself? Imagine for a moment every part of you, every belief, every thought, every feeling, is a player in an orchestra. When they're all playing in tune, something magical happens. You create a symphony of confidence, beauty and balance. But when one instrument plays out of sync, just a little too fast or slow, that harmony starts to break down. The music becomes noise, the flow becomes friction, and the body begins to wear that friction on your face, in your posture, in the tension that you carry every day. Congruence, that beautiful alignment between your conscious and your unconscious mind, your left brain and your right brain, your thoughts and your emotions. This is what makes the difference between being truly alive or just going through the motions. And you've felt that before, haven't you? You've had moments where everything felt right, like the universe had clicked into place just for you. And then there were other times where something felt off, like your head was saying one thing while your heart whispered another. But here's the secret. In congruence, it isn't something wrong. It's just a signal that somewhere a part of you needs attention, needs to be heard, needs to come back into balance. Think about the roles that you step into every day. Maybe you're a parent in the morning, a professional at work, a best friend over lunch, and a dreamer late at night. Each role has its own language, its own patterns, its own rhythm, and that's natural. It's how we adapt, survive and connect. But sometimes these roles, they begin to conflict. What happens when the responsible part clashes with the wild, creative part? When the caretaker in you feels at odds with the part that longs for freedom and spontaneity? That is when congruence cracks and the tension builds. It shows up in subtle ways at first. Tight shoulders, a forced smile, an anxious thought that loops in the background. But over time, it leaves deeper marks, wrinkles that aren't just wrinkles, but stories of unresolved tension. Postures that aren't just slouches, but they're weighed down by the beliefs that you've outgrown. And it's fascinating, isn't it? How this all started as a survival mechanism. Your ancestors, they needed that quick suppression of emotion to escape a predator, to focus on the one thing that mattered, survival. They learned to shut down feelings, to compartmentalize and to act swiftly, and it saved their lives. But now, in today's world of endless deadlines, notifications and distractions, the same mechanism, designed for short bursts, has become a constant hum, a low-level stress that never quite turns off. And without realizing it, we disconnect. We push down emotions until they become frozen energy, stuck in the body. And that stuck energy creates blockages in thought, in feeling and in expression. But here's the beauty. Congruence can always be restored. Just like a river can flow freely again once the dam is removed, your energy, your vitality, your joy can return the moment that you begin to release those stuck patterns. And as you do, something remarkable happens. You soften. Your tension in your face dissolves. Your posture realigns. The sparkle in your eyes return. People notice. You don't even have to say a word. They can feel it. You radiate harmony. And harmony is magnetic. You've seen this before. Think of someone truly congruent. Someone who exudes authenticity. They may not even be classically beautiful, yet they captivate you. Why? Because their outer world reflects their inner world. Their left brain and their right brain are in sync. Their consciousness and their unconscious are on the same page. Their body tells the same story as their heart. Even nature recognizes this truth. We're instinctively drawn to symmetry because symmetry is a sign of balance, a sign that all the pieces are working together. And just like a house built on a strong foundation stands tall, a person in congruence radiates strength, beauty and peace. The wrinkles can soften, the tension can release, the body can realign. Not because we force it, but because the underlying conflict is resolved, because the energy flows freely again. When energy flows, life flows. You stand taller, breathe deeper, laugh more freely. Congruence, it isn't about perfection, it's about wholeness. It's about bringing all those parts of you, the wild dreamer, the responsible caretaker, the playful child, the wise adult, into conversation. It's about giving each part of you a voice and weaving them into one cohesive, harmonious self. And when you do, life becomes lighter, opportunities open, relationships deepen, and you move through the world with a new kind of ease. And you don't have to force this, because the more you relax into this idea, the more your unconscious mind will begin to do the work for you, gently, naturally, effortlessly. And as this happens, you may notice things begin to change. A little at first, an unexpected smile, a deep breath, a spontaneous moment of joy, then more, until one day you look in the mirror and you see that spark, that light, that aliveness that's always been yours, just waiting to return. Because congruence is your natural state, and now you're simply remembering it.